everyone, and welcome to our video kit release for our Heartstrings collection. This is a kit with so much depth. You are going to be amazed at the variety of creations you're going to be able to make for this. There are so many occasions, and I'm going to point out so many really neat features about this kit that are unique that Mary Fran tried in this kit, and we hope that obviously that you like them, and I think you'll find them very, very helpful. So as you'll see, it's a very pretty kit, and in our bundled collection, for those of you that are new, this does include, when you purchase as a bundled collection, you do get all 5 of the coordinated products in this collection. You get our FQB, which is both elements and papers. You get our Heartstrings 2 additional paper pack, our Heartstrings Alpha, our Heartstrings Solids additional paper pack, and our Heartstrings Little Bits additional elements pack. So when you purchase them as all 5 products, you do save 20% versus purchasing them individually. So it's definitely the way to go, and as you'll see in this video, I think you're going to want that. So let's go have a check and see exactly what this kit offers here. And our background papers, you're going to see great simple patterns in here that are great complementative things. I know when I was creating my card for this kit, to show you just an example, there are great patterns like this damask in there. Beautiful, beautiful, rich paper. I don't know if you can really see the whole detail of it on your screen, being that, you know, YouTube has a bit of a small thing. There you might be able to see a little bit more. So within these diamonds here, you can even see the intricate pattern within them as well. So you're going to see that there are so many different options here, but all of them equally as easy to use. If you want to create something that isn't flashy and pizzazz and really, really busy, you have that option. But then here you go with the florals, where you have this gorgeous, lovely flower. Doesn't this look like, can you imagine this as a beautiful wallpaper, a beautiful bedspread? You know, there's obviously a beautiful paper craft creation. I think that one went without saying. But there is so much that you can use this kit for. You're going to see coming up in our elements where this suits so many occasions. Obviously, at the time of this taping, it's January of 2019, and so we do have Valentine's Day on the horizon, only 6 weeks away. But there's also, you can use this to as an anniversary card. You can use this or layout. You can use this as something for your mom for Mother's Day coming up, which is quite a ways in the future. But you can use this for so many, many things. Don't sell this short in terms of, oh, well, I saw that there was a tag or something that said, thank you, friend, or something. Well, I'm not doing that, so I'll just move on. Oh, no. You're going to see as we come up, there is so many options that this is going to give you. So there you are with the background papers, as I mentioned. There's these beautiful toiles. You saw the leaves pattern. There are the intricate and beautiful and refined background papers, as well as the simple ones such as the ticking, and simple elegance here, like the vine background. Again, in several colors, because that allows you to create multiple items with this without having to worry about them repeating. The elements, look at the bird cage. Isn't that simply gorgeous? For those of you that like that sort of feel and look, I happen to be one, and you'll see how I used it in my card making idea. They are just so, I don't even know what the word is. It's just so elegant, so soft, yet really well stated. You know, it has a real air about it. Some borders that are actually vertical borders, so that makes it really nice for those of you creating layouts, mini albums, and even cards. These work great as belly bands, right? So you can simply, if you're using this and printing it and then crafting in physical paper form, these are perfect for belly bands. That way you can hold other items in. The bows, again, you'll see what the whole thing, this is how I felt about the whole kit, look at the softness of this bow, right? There's nothing hard to it. It makes you feel of something you should take care of, something that's precious, things like that, but yet still respectful, very, very respectful and very elegant. Great buttons in here, a little different pattern in each one in order to give you something to dress them up. You'll see how Mary Fran decided to use one of these in her layout inspiration that I'll show you at the end. Everyday moments. Look at that. Here's a fabulous calendar page. Why not print this out and have this by your desk. All you have to do is fill in the numbers for it, and away you go. But imagine how we can use that. Take an example of something like this, and imagine if you're using it in either a card or a layout, and you're trying to diarize, you know what? This was a great day for me. You took me to my favorite restaurant, or you did something unexpectedly for me, or here's when this happened. Here is Valentine's Day. Here is that moment that we met. Maybe it's a card to someone very special to you, things like that. There's so many ways you could use something like that. Now this one here, this is our card label. Mary Fran is trying something new here. You're going to see it come up later on here, where these inside labels that fit in this white slot, there's 4 in the FQB, and then there's another whole pile of them in the Lil Bits, where you simply, they're already sized and everything else. You just print this out, and then you have multiple different occasions that you can place in there. So how easy is that to work with? She's kind of done the hard work for you, whereby a lot of people, I want to make an anniversary card. I want to make something for Mother's Day. I want to make something for my friend. All of you get to use this as is, but all you do is place in the appropriate occasion card for you. And I'll show you that coming up. I'll highlight it once again. But there's its beauty as well. That's certainly an element that you're going to want to use. Here is the inserts. So this is, like this I said, the 4 of them that are included in the FQB. Now there's more included in the Little Bits as well. So best wishes to you. Celebrate the day. Congratulations to you, and thank you for being there. Again, I'll show you how I used it at the end of the video here in the card making inspiration that I made, so you can actually see it in action. Circle stickers, best friends, follow your heart. It's your day to shine. You can see from the wording that Mary Fran has placed in here, and even something as simple as beautiful. It is very well rounded, this kit, in terms of the options that it gives you. You really can, beautiful can mean so many things. Maybe somebody got a new house and you're sending them a card to tell them, hey, congratulations on moving in, and you love their house. It can be as simple as that. The opportunities are endless here for you. Corner clusters are the flowers, so you can place them wherever you want on your page, give you some personalization and some creative ability for yourself. Same thing with this floral cluster. Some beautiful frames. Again, done in a style which is so much Mary Fran's style nowadays. As you'll see, that changed about a year ago here, where she went more away from the juvenile and more into the refined, more into the adult, mature themes. And this certainly coincides exactly with that. A journal card, enjoy every little moment. How wonderful would that be in order to place that on your layout or in as a card insert for your recipient and write something personal on there? Isn't that gorgeous? Like, look at how beautiful that is. That looks like it's an invitation to like a wedding or a beautiful garden party or some sort of elegant social occasion. Here's a blank one for you in case, you thought, boy, I sure like that, but I wanted it to be really distinctly named about it. Maybe it is for a party, and then you can fill in those details as well. Great journal labels. And again, journal mat, life's moments with lots of room for you to journal on. Notes, lovely delights. So many options in this kit for you to diarize things, talk about things that are important to you in your life. What is that? What tugs on your heartstrings, and what is that really means a lot to you? Why not create and bring that feeling back into your life? We all like that feeling of warmth. Well, let's have it on a really daily basis if we can bring that into our creations. Look at this label. There's absolutely no one like you. The beauty of this floral wreath here and the elegance of this letter U in here, wow. That's just stunning to use. So grateful, enjoy every moment, as well as some blank labels in case, again, maybe English isn't your first language, maybe you wanted to say something different in there. Look at how beautiful that is. Mary Fran's already done the shadowing on this, so it looks so 3D, like you have built that up with 3 pieces of paper. It's really, really easy to use. Here's a mat for you. So similar to a background paper, as you'll see, the size kind of looks like, similar, but obviously created a little bit smaller. So then that way, imagine if you wanted to place a photo in here. Maybe you wanted to use this on the inside jacket of your card in a 5x5 card and have some writing in here, whatever that is. That mat gives you a perfect option for that. Ribbons, again, Fabulous items, people. I know I harp on this every video because I encourage you to use them. They make such a difference, and I'll show you how Mary Fran decided to use them in her layout inspiration here at the end. But they add such character and such color to those little tiny areas. Sentiment, a perfect moment. Again, this is a digital stamp. So think of it exactly like a physical stamp where you take that acrylic stamp, you stamp it in your ink, and then you stamp it on your paper. This works in the exact same way. Because this background is all opaque, it is just what you see there. That's all that will show. Sentiment tags, again, Mary Fran tried to think of a lot of different sentiments for you that you may want to use, and maybe some of these will give you some inspiration, like, hey, wow, you know what? Always thinking of you. You know, I have that friend. I know maybe they had a life change, whether that was they went through a marriage change, or they moved back into a city near you, that you are back in each other's lives again. Why not do something kind for them and special and let them know what's truly on your heart, right? You know, sometimes we always don't have the words for things. These are great ways of doing it. There's also the blank ones in here again for you, so that way you have the option to write what it is that you are trying to mean. Great tags again, super elements that give, because of the shape of them and because of the uniqueness of color and the way they're designed, you can dress them up a little bit more with maybe a floral cluster. Maybe you want to put one of those journal cards in here or word tags in here in order to liven it up again. Again, there's so many things that you can do with this item. Just let your creativity kind of flow with it. And also, here it is in that beautiful, again, almost, I don't even know the word to describe it, but doesn't that almost look like a lace or something like that from maybe a wedding dress or something really, really elegant and pretty? Wouldn't that be nice to have in there? It's a beautiful day to celebrate together. Again, imagine if it was an engagement. Imagine if it was a birth of a child, whatever it is. Maybe you got a new puppy. You know, there's so many ways to slice this cake that you could write in dates in here. You could write in places in here. You could do all kinds of things. Even if you wanted to put in little photos, that gives you so many options for that. And lastly, the word banners. Again, like I said, Mary Fran tried to capture many of the things that maybe you perhaps might use this kit for, and also include the blank ones for you to personalize them yourself. But hopefully you gain some inspiration, and hopefully some of those work for you, because that sure makes creating a lot easier. And that is what is contained in our FQB. Our Little Bits is another compilation of more of the same things that you saw in the FQB, but furthering it along and giving you even richer, more finished items that you can use in order to further create with that. Here again are those card label inserts. Remember, there was that beautiful floral, and then there was that blank insert in the center. These are more of those cards with different sentiments in them in order to make this kit even more universal. So here you are with Happy Anniversary. You could use it for a friendship. You could use it for a just because. For maybe that's for your mate. For you, maybe that's an anniversary. Maybe that is something special for you or your friend or your husband or wife. Anything goes there. Floral Cluster, again, that will give you something. This gives you something a little different. There's a much different orientation than the one that you saw in the FQB. Again, more journal labels, so that way, again, it allows you to personalize those things and look at something like this. Enjoy every moment. Isn't that just stunning? Like, that is a piece in itself. And that's kind of the idea behind the Little Bits, is to easily put things together so that you can just simply move on. Look at how simply, understatedly elegant these are. Just a purple, a mint, and a kind of a cream color on the top. Look at how gorgeous these are. Aren't these beautiful, these sayings cards? Again, something that is so easy to use, and sometimes the most understated is the most beautiful. And there is blank ones for you as well, so that way you can personalize them yourself. So that is what's contained in our Little Bits. Our Heartstrings 2 is an additional papers pack. Again, for those of you that are new to us, you have seen these patterns before, but you will not get them in these particular colors. The FQB is completely different in terms of the colors that you get in these patterns. So don't think that you're buying duplicates of anything. You're actually simply adding to the repertoire of what you have to create with. And that is the point of the 2 paper pack, is to go that furtherance and give you even more papers, because as I mentioned before, if you love this kit, you think, oh, I can see this and I can see that with it, you're going to want to create multiple items. Our solids, as you can see, there is a very light, let's get to a bit darker color here that we'll be able to see it a little bit better. There we go. You can see there is a muted line pattern in here. So it is meant to act as almost like digital cardstock, if you will. So just like you have your paper cardstock in your drawers and in your craft room. But these ones perfectly color match. So then that way it does make your creations flow so much better. But in the same breath, imagine using this. And remember I was talking about the digital stamp. Well, you could easily put that digital stamp down here, maybe added a floral cluster, maybe added one of those corner floral clusters to it. There's so much you can use, and you can obviously use them as a full-scale background paper. That's not a problem, but that is as well one great use is by having them as digital cardstock for you. Lastly is our alpha. And again, doesn't this coordinate absolutely fantastically? It has that sense of soft elegance, that specialness to it, that refinedness that coincides with the rest of the kit. This is a perfect way to spell out names, dates, places, emotions, maybe just put in somebody's initials, whatever it is. This is a fantastic alpha to do it. And as you can see in the square tiles here, well, boy, doesn't that make it easy for those of you that do use our kits and print them and then cut them out. Well, that's pretty easy to cut out squares, right? You line them all up and off you go with your cutters and things like that. This is going to make it a lot easier than having to trim out a letter. But it does spell out very nicely anything that you want to do and highlight, and gives it, again, that touch of elegance. So that is our kit, folks. Lastly, I wanted to show you the layout inspiration. This is one that Mary Fran did, just to give you an idea how do I use the kit? I like the colors, I like some of the papers, I like some of the elements, but I'm not sure how to use it. That's kind of the reason that we do the layout and the card inspirations, is to give you an idea and an example. This is how we decided to use it. So obviously this is a picture of a beautiful baby, and what a perfect moment. There is the digital stamp in use, as you can see. As well, I wanted you to see how Mary Fran used, there is a border, okay, and a tag, the ladies here, so that she's using some of the word tags. Here's how she chose to use a floral cluster and the frame. There is that tag that is in the lace, and there are the buttons. So there's several elements that she's used in here, and as well as the calendar, several elements that she's used in here that, wow, so that's how you use that. It's meant to give you an idea. If you love this so much, go ahead, copy it. Not a problem. That's certainly another reason why it's there. You can certainly go to that degree. But we hope that it gives you some ideas and some creative inspiration on how you want to use that kit. Lastly is our Heartstrings card. So this is what I was saying about this one element. So all this florals, the thank you for being you in the center here, that is the one that you can switch the cards in and out depending on the occasion that you have or the sentiment you want to say. So that gives you a better understanding of how to use that and what it looks like actually being used in something. So that, folks, is our Heartstrings collection. We hope that it gives a little tug on your heartstrings, because it really is a kit that is so worthwhile to have in your collections on your computer, so that way when you're going to create, wow, this is the perfect kit to do this with. Thanks for tuning into our video, but before you head off to our store to pick up this kit for yourself, please make sure that you look down in the right-hand side of this screen. You'll see our Nitwit Collections logo. Please click on that to subscribe to our Nitwit YouTube channel. As well, give us the thumbs up if you like the video, and leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on it, or how you see using this kit, or if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer. Thanks once again for tuning in, and we hope that you enjoy creating with our Heartstrings collection.